Hey, hello. My name is Excel, and welcome to the final part of my Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade speedrun tutorial. Alright, we're back in the game here, so what we're going to do first of all, just like last time, just to make it clear and concise and consistent, we're going to restart the chapter. So, first of all, we're going to skip this cutscene, and then we're going to walk up to Aerith and start talking to her with triangle.
My mom and
Mash dialogue, walk up to her, talk to her again,
every morning I remember crying here alone.
skip cutscene, then here we're going to walk up to the TV screens and skip the cutscene when your minimap disappears. Like that. There's a little bit of RNG whether you kind of get ahead of the ladies here, or whether they keep you, whether you bonk off of them and they keep you lagging behind. But if you can get ahead of them, then it's faster, obviously.
The same elevator that Hojo did.
Like here, for instance. There we go. So, over here to this elevator.
Was it this way?
Yes, his odor still lingers.
And this is the second to last chapter. This is quite a long one, there's a lot to do, and then there's a boss rush at the end. And then on chapter 18 we have the Whispers and good old Cephalepsy himself to deal with. Or Sephiroth. This fight, you can triple slash, and it should immediately kill everyone. If not, you can use Fyra, and if triple slash or Fyra doesn't magnify, if triple slash or Fyra magnify doesn't kill everyone, then you can switch into Punisher stance and wail on them with square, and that should get the job done. So yeah, this is quite a long chapter. We have to go through the wards and everything. And then, yeah, we have a boss rush, which is the most fun part of the run.
Hell is this place?
Hojo's treasure. Shinra's dark secret.
We also have to do a little bit of menuing, like 2 lots of menuing. 1 lot of menuing to divide the materia between the party, because we're going to split the parties. And then another lot of menuing just ready for the boss fights later on. Kinda. Like, at least just before Genova, anyway.
I'd better hurry.
Actually, yeah, before Genova and before
Test subject pile?
Arsenal.
Guess I can use these.
So it's, it's technically 3 menus we have to do in this chapter, but not all that bad.
Tough.
Right, triple these guys,
Not bad.
then head this way. And then triple these guys as well.
Need a hand?
Thanks.
Perfect. Match dialogue.
You okay?
Yeah,
Nowhere.
let's go.
So yeah, we're already moving. This is, like I say, it's a long chapter, especially when you're learning it.
What is it?
Like when you're new and you're doing full runs, and say you have, yeah, if you're new and you're learning the run and you haven't been here in a while, and you don't have it as locked into memory and muscle memory as I do, then you will often go the wrong way or forget something or something like that here. If that happens, do not be surprised. It's no big deal, especially on your first few runs. Like, just, you know, as the common theme has been, just don't worry about it. It happens.
What kind of freak show have they got going on in here?
Alright, this room is the worst room in the entire game, I think.
Need a hand?
So what I like to do here is fire and magnify the mono drives, because there's two sets of mono drives, ones that can be killed with magic and ones that can only be killed with regular attacks.
Let's do this.
And the fire and magnify will bounce off the ones it can't kill and kill the ones it can kill. So that works out.
Here we go. See ya.
Punisher stance, get some ATB, and then you can triple these guys. And then for the moth unit dude, you can just tell Barrett to catastrophe here and roll Cloud to the door.
Y'all return to the planet.
Perfect.
Hey,
Match dialogue.
you say
Guess we're out.
What's the plan?
first should be an element. Didn't expect any of this, but we just
It's a shame that they actually put you back further than where we got to with Cloud. But it happens.
The door seems
Right, so you want to go up these stairs,
no going back.
and then head over to this corner here. And what you want to do is be more on the right side than into the corner, like that. I was more on the right. If you're into the corner here on this mesh, that triangle prompt doesn't come up. So you could be waiting around for nothing for ages. Skip this cutscene, then we're going to hop over and go round to the PHS terminal.
I can't hear what you're saying.
I think there's something over there.
There we go. So mash dialogue here, and then skip cutscene when we hear Hojo.
Hojo.
Select yes.
Thanks.
We'll be waiting right.
Roger that.
Okay, now we have to do our Aerith menu. So what we want to do here is go to Materia and Equipment, R1 on Tifa. So the goal of this menu is to move Barrett's First Strike Materia and ATB Stagger Materia up to Aerith, as well as Cloud's Magnify onto Aerith's Fire. So the way we're going to go about that, because we start on Tifa, is we're going to go up, triangle, and grab First Strike. Then go down, 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 and X to place it. Right, triangle, up, 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 up. Grab this ATB Stagger, yes. Then we're going to go up, 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 triangle to grab Magnify, and place it on Aerith's Fire. So to show that quickly, it would look like
You
this.
think Cloud's... But what about
Like
you,
that.
Tifa?
And just in case you're wondering, on this menu as well, you can go down, 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 or up, 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 up. It's practically the same thing, so... yeah. The next thing we need to do are Aerith's battle settings here. So just double check that she is on Fire and Fyra, which she is.
How are you holding
Perfect.
up? Huh? Oh, I'm fine.
I guess this has to be the third ward, right?
Think so, but it looks like the door's locked.
There has to be something we can do. Let's look around.
Gotcha.
Pull this lever, and after this one, when these tubes come out, it's actually a cutscene.
Let Cloud know.
Don't go over there, turn around and come back, and go to this PHS terminal.
Cloud, we found
the
Your clue is she says we should let Cloud know.
About those I think we're
Essential.
we were fiddling with some sort of
Switch parties, yes.
All right. We'll make our way to the central terminal. Sit tight until you hear from us.
The hell kind
The cataclysm.
I don't give a shit about any of that.
Okay, now
Find a passage that leads to the
here you want to tell Barrett to immediately do catastrophe and stand by this lever, this switch. Actually can't because of the enemy's attack, but there you go.
That it?
That's how we mitigate the ATB swappage, because we just let Barrett catastrophe everything here, and then Aerith is able to nuke everything on her side as well. So we're going to be using this central terminal to activate these numbered switches, and we're going to be doing them in a certain order. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's 3, 2, 4.
Wait a sec. Weren't the girls right by the door to the third ward?
And he tells you the first one at least.
one for each ward.
Skip the cutscene.
You need to warn the others.
Then come around here and tell the girls with the PHS terminal.
Be careful.
Tifa, we access the central terminal.
Switch parties.
Be unlocked now.
Anyone opposed?
We will. See you in a bit.
Right, now we're going to run through here. Go up this way and use this.
Can't afford to
Now with these, you want to use a Fire Magnify with Aerith. And if they're not dead, just uppercut whatever survived. You can like dash in and start uppercutting before even sending that Fire, but just sending the Fire is usually good enough.
sadness.
There's like, because fire is a projectile, there's a small chance that they just go awry and the magnified one goes off and hits a wall. It doesn't hit the enemy. It can happen numerous times in the game. Like, you might see it and be like, well, how come my fire didn't do that? And yeah, sometimes they just do.
Let's do this.
So for this room here, tell Aerith to do a Fire Magnify, and then you can just keep spamming it. Wow, that was amazing. It reflected and killed everyone in one go. I've not had it like that before. Normally, some of the dogs dodge her, and we have to stand here spamming fireballs. Like, I usually have to do 2 or 3 at least. The fact that I just managed to get that in like one input, that's the best you can ever hope for. That is a gold split. You'll very rarely see it happen quite like that. Kick that thing for good luck. And then here, you want to turn right. I almost nearly forgot myself. For this guy, you can tell Aerith to do a Fire Magnify, and then Tifa can dash in uppercut.
Nothing's gonna stop me. Get fired up.
And I just did another uppercut there because it wasn't quite dead, but... and if it still isn't dead, you can do a dive kick. It's kind of whatever. They're so squishy, that, these two ladies are so powerful, the combination of their strategies, no matter which ones you want to go for, will pretty much decimate everything.
Look. Let's get across with those.
Alright, what we're going to do for these guys, they actually are slightly resistant to fire, but we're going to brute force it because Aerith's magic is so powerful anyway. So what we're going to do here is we're going to uppercut dive kick with Tifa, and uppercut cancel until we have meter, then uppercut dive kick, and with Aerith we're going to do a manual fire rigger straight off the bat.
How's this?
There we go. Then, dash to this exit and tell Aerith to do a Fire Magnify on the enemy. And if done right and the enemy dies, then you're right by the exit. If it didn't die, then just uppercut it again or whatever. It's just, there's some damage roll memes to worry about sometimes. So there we go.
I hate that man, I really do.
When you hear this, when she says, I hate that man, I really do, this is your cue to go into the menu, material and equipment, R1 on Tifa, and then go down to Aerith and just switch out fire with lightning. And then go into her battle settings and change that as well. So here, go to spells, press right, down, Thundara, L1. Here, spells, right, Oh, yeah, for this one, you can just press right. So it spells right, and you're already on Thunder L1. If I hadn't showed that earlier, then I meant to show it when we were menuing with Barrett. But when you want Thunder, you can just press right, and then you're already on the Thunders. So yeah, there we go. And it, like, obviously I didn't show the quick version of that menu, but I'm sure you get the idea. I've done bigger menus already. But doing that quick menu there makes this next section, or next upcoming few sections, pretty free for Aerith. Watch. So here, just do Thunder Magnify with Aerith, and spam it.
You jittery?
There you go. And just stammer the ladder. So, GG's. Right, over here. Hold this. Once again, their test tubes are cutscenes for some reason. I don't know why only the girls' ones are, but it is what it is.
Hey, Cloud. We use the
Roger that.
Switch parties. Practically every time it asks you to switch parties, the answer is yes. There is no time that I can think of actually where we ever say no. So,
Be careful.
right here is now. This is now you have to remember to activate switch 2 before you go anywhere. I've had this happen to me in runs where I've gone over to there, gone over to the door, and then Red has said, we need to open the door to the second ward. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. So make sure you, after that phone call, immediately go to number 2 and get that set. Then we can come over here.
It stinks.
More of Hojo's experiments.
Right, head over for the Zanines here. Hit Punisher stance when you get close, like when the battle starts, and start wailing on them. And you can tell Barrett to Catastrophe as well, just to speed things up. There's a little bit of RNG, and then you can triple slash with Cloud when he has meter, just to completely slay everything. There's some RNG with Cloud, with Barrett and Red getting Stardust Ray and Catastrophe at the same time. Catastrophe Ray, if you will. Like, sometimes Barrett and Red will do the Catastrophe Ray, sometimes they won't. I don't know what triggers it, still. I don't know if it's just random, or timing, or like they just both happen to be free at the same time, I'm not sure. I can't answer you on that one, I'm afraid.
It seems we have no choice.
So for this section, tell Barrett to Catastrophe, and put Cloud into Punisher stance. There you go. Because that way you deflect him at the start. You can deflect him and then mash square and like start wailing on him if you want, but I just kind of wait it out until Barrett finishes the job. There's no reason not to.
I never grow tired of watching my toys be broken, no matter how many times I've seen it happen. Such is the case when you truly enjoy your work. Now, for the next step.
Alright, this room sucks. There's a bit of RNG to this room because of the way they play whack-a-mole and whatnot. They're a pain in the dick. What you want to try and do here is use Thunders or Thundaras to zap them. And the reason you want to use those because they launch quicker, they cast quicker. So with Cloud here, as soon as one of them's available, I want to try and Thunder them. I actually want to go for this one. I'm going to do it manually here because it's easier to target people manually. There we go. Then with Barrett, switch and overcharge with triangle. And then when he gets meter, or ATB, whatever, then thunder whoever's left. But you kind of have to just wait your turn until you're able to see them. There you go. They're kind of annoying. You could go for catastrophes there, but I like to just try and hit them individually. Otherwise they just duck out of it and he happens to be blasting catastrophe as they're under the ground, and it's like, ugh. They're just annoying little meme enemies. There's not a lot you can do about them. I don't know anything really that consistent for them.
This ain't a hospital, is it?
Test subject.
other than light thunder spells, like I said, so that you don't... The problem with them is it sledgeworms. The problem with those enemies is that I learned this again the hard way, because I thought, especially on higher difficulties, I was like, okay, I want to use Thundaga, but it's hard to time it because of the fact that as you're charging and trying to cast the Thundaga, then they duck out of it, and it's just so annoying. That's why a lot of the time, as I said, use Thunder or Thundara, and it will cast quick enough to just zap them. Alright, this room here, I like to go into Punisher's stance and wail on this guy. And then we get this. I triple slashed there. Let me restart. Alright, for this guy, go into Punisher's stance and wail on him with square. And just try and build up 2 bars. There we go. And then you get pushed away into this like weird cutscene thing. So you're going to take some damage here. You can't move during it. It's really like weird. It's like a scripted sequence. What you're going to do, when you're able to move, after this noxious whirl and when we're able to recover, we're going to roll Cloud around the room to the right. Like this. Round here. Oh god, he got stopped. Then over to this door and then Catastrophe with Barrett. And you can triple slash with Cloud. It's a bit hard to show because everything gets melted, but the way that I do it is I roll around and then roll over to the door. We actually got stopped 2 or 3 times. It was kind of a bad example. But the idea is you roll around the room because they start following you, and then you roll over to this way. And the reason I go in that route and in that pattern is because it seems to line them up perfectly so that Barrett does the Catastrophe and deletes all of them because they're all trying to follow Cloud. And they're kind of all lined up and gathered. If you just immediately send the Catastrophe without rolling around, they're all scattered around, and then Barrett tries to change his aim, his targeting, and then he just misses, and then Cloud has to clear up with triple slash, and then you're not near the door, and it's annoying. So, yeah. It looked a bit odd, but yeah, your mileage may vary on this, but basically, like I say, roll around, get to the door, Catastrophe with Barrett. If they're not dying, like you saw I buffered a triple slash there, if they're not dying or they're not already dead, use your ATB with Cloud. That's why we saved it. Like, his ATB there is like a contingency. Because it can be a little bit yikes and a little bit scary, because like, you do get chunked quite a bit, see? So...
Fine. One step at a time it is.
And what you can do here, if you want, just go ahead and Mega Potion Cloud a few times with Barrett before you run up the stairs. Oh, make sure you double cancel out the menus.
What do you know? That's the door to the 4th wall.
If we want to get in, we'll need to go all the way back to the central terminal.
But the door we used to get here is shut. So what now?
The passages have to be connected somehow.
Okay.
Please.
We're progressing, finally. Well, I say finally, it's just this chapter's a slog. Like, this part of it, anyway.
Call up Tifa. See if they can get to the central terminal.
But we're nearly there now. This isn't a cutscene, you can't skip.
You okay down there?
So for this, what I like to do is just triple slash these guys, triangle, and then wail on them with Punisher. Now skip. Okay, now we're going to run over. Talk to the girls again.
On it. Tifa. Red fell to your level. Can you try to get to it?
Oh no! Come on!
Okay, what we're going to do for this fight is we're going to switch to Aerith immediately and tell her to send a Thunder Magnify, kill that guy, mash square to build up meter, and then mash a Thunder Magnify on the next guy. Ideally, you want to actually be able to move Tifa to this ladder here, but it's easier said than done because of the fact that you could tell Tifa to run over here and hotkey Thunders, but then Aerith might just miss or the enemy ducks out. So it's like you have to kind of lose time to gain time here, because if you try and rush it and send Tifa to the ladder immediately, there's a chance that then you have to switch back to Aerith and still play manually anyway. So it's annoying, but there's not, I don't know, a super consistent way to do that fight. So for these dudes, we're going to uppercut with Tifa, try and uppercut into dive kick, or uppercut cancel into dive kick, and tell Aerith to hit Thunder Magnifies.
Nothing's gonna stop me. How shocking! Go on!
Like that. If we're lucky, we get both of them with the uppercut. That was great. Very rarely happens. And we're going to repeat the same thing here. Just uppercut and uppercut cancel, and Thunder Magnify where applicable. Use Thundara Magnify, actually.
Now, let's get this.
Because these guys are not actually weak to electric. But Aerith is so powerful, it doesn't matter.
It's so on. Yeah.
There we go. A little bit messy, but we got the job done in the end.
Off I go.
There are some occasional little fights like those last two fights that I'm not terribly great at optimizing without doing another menu to set it all up. But when you're trying to keep the most minimal menus and still have an okay loadout to fight with, then that's where this route kind of lies. So over here, run over to this lever. The camera's going to switch anyway. Just run over and stand by this lever and get ready to activate it when they finish talking.
For the record, I don't like this one bit.
All that remains is the fourth ward. You must trust in Cloud and Barrett to see it through.
Come on.
Alright, what we do here is we tell Aerith to immediately do Thunder Magnify. And then tell her to do it again.
Jittery?
She should have gained bar. There we go. Should have gained enough meter to do it.
See you around.
Then we do switch number 4. If that didn't quite go that way for you, then you can just switch to Aerith and manually just do ranged attacks until the slug rays die.
Right?
Yep. Well, let's go give the others the news.
Alright, then go to here.
That you?
Yeah.
Good.
But
Hojo did.
There's only one.
we unlocked it.
Thanks. Wait for it there.
Right. Now we head back to that door.
Okay, now back this way. And finally, the drums and wards are over with. Now we're getting into our boss rush.
He really likes
So you're going to come over here, pull this lever.
friendly guy, but he has a hard time opening up to people.
Well, that makes two of us.
He's got your back, though. Makes two of us.
Alright, this is a cool fight. This is Swordipede. We have to start with Barrett and Cloud and switch over to the girls. We're going to tell Cloud to manually do a Thunderger, and then we're going to switch to Barrett and tell him to overcharge. Cloud has 2 bars of ATB here, but that's a very rare occurrence. He normally wouldn't. That's why I'm telling you to do it this way. So manual Thunderger with Cloud, overcharge with Barrett. That will end the fight and switch over to the girls. And then as soon as we take control of them, hotkey Aerith to do a Thunderger onto the boss and follow it with Tifa. And when it gets dropped by the Thunderger, then we can start doing like uppercut cancels and uppercut dive kick to kill. Yeah, it's that simple.
I'll live for this shit right here.
You jittery? Here! That's it!
There we go.
Yes, we got it to work.
Alright, that's cutscene. We skip that. Come around here and open the door.
Might be locked from this side.
Then we're going to be going to fight Jenny Nova.
Cloud,
Right, so run through here, round to the right, and then keep the camera turned that way so you can immediately access the elevator button. It's a little trick I like to do anyway.
what the hell?
Who would?
We may find out soon.
Let's go.
So what's above this floor?
The president's office, and then the roof.
Wait, once we get in.
We're ready.
The elevator, now's the time for any
Yes.
I'm ready to do...
Okay, when we get here and you see the ominous trail, this is your reminder to do the Genova menu. And you want to press start, go to Materia and Equipment, go to Cloud, go down, down, Fury Ring, right, got a Damarung, yes. Come out of that, press R1 on Cloud, and then the goal of this Materia menu is to switch Lightning Materia on Aerith with her Ice, and grab her First Strike Materia and give it to Tifa. Come out of these menus with Circle, Circle, go down to Battle Settings, Aerith, go down to L1 Circle, and change this to Blizzager Magnify. And that's it, you're good to go. Then just follow the trail up. And in here, immediately head right,
And Sephiroth?
because you're going out this door.
I can hear something.
Okay, when you're here, obviously with the power of video editing and resets, I don't need to worry about it, because I'm retrying to make sure I get everything nice to show you guys. But when you get here, there's a chance that your characters will be really low. So either use the bench or use turbo ethers and whatever else you need to top up. It just happens that I needed to retry the Genova fight, which is right now, and we already are topped up here, so I can't use that as a good example to show you, but... But just know that when you're coming through that office and through that door, there's a chance you're going to need to top up people's MP or HP there. And when you're just learning, then just use the bench. Alright, this is Genova Dreamweaver. The main aim of this first phase of the fight is we're going to use triple slash with Cloud, switch to Aerith with up on the D-pad, mash square to build ATB with her, then press up on D-pad to switch to Tifa, Star Shower, and then for the rest of this phase, we're going to be alternating between Cloud, Punisher stance, and triple slashes when he has ATB, and Tifa utilizing Parry Whirl to move around, uppercut cancels, dive kicks, and Star Showers when she has ATB. So it's mainly just about pummeling the boss in this phase. There's a chance that it will knock us over with tentacle whips and things like that. It can happen before we get the full-on phase shift, or it does vengeance or whatever, and if we're in the middle of an animation, it may knock us flying. Just know that even on easy, you can get knocked about a little bit by the tentacles and things. You just need to go back in and keep going, basically. So, yeah. So, triple slash with Cloud, switch to Aerith, mash square, switch to Tifa, Star Shower, back to Cloud, Punisher stance, mash square, back to Tifa, Star Shower, uppercut, back to Cloud. You know, just kind of rinse repeat like that.
Illusion. Deal with that.
Go on!
Hang back.
Here
There we go.
he comes! This one's for you!
Tifa can avoid some of those moves with Parry Whirl.
I got this.
One more shot!
It's on you.
We're going to Star Shower again. Switch back to Cloud. I keep losing my place as to where Cloud is, but that's fine. Right, now this is the tentacle phase. Okay, so there's a chance I'm probably even going to mess this up. It's going to be hard, even with the power of video editing, without having to keep restarting the fight, to show you this clean. But basically, there's a whole load of tentacles here, and we need to take them out before we're able to attack the boss. She's actually immune while all these tentacles are around. And what we're able to do here is we have to kill the first wave of tentacles, and then we can start pressuring Genova, and we can... I think you can stagger her out of it as well, and move on to the next phase by phase shifting her and damaging her enough. What tends to happen a lot, it happens to me, it happens to other runners, it's going to happen to you, If you're too slow in clearing the tentacles and getting on top of Genova just after in that small window, she will summon more tentacles. And the lock-on in this part is atrocious. You have to be mashing R3 quite a lot, using left and right on D-pad quite a lot to try and track your lock-ons, especially when you're switching between characters, and like Tifa's not locked on, but Cloud was. So it can be a little bit annoying. Just know that that exists. I'm not even going to be able to execute this very well today, especially after not playing for so long. But the key things you want to know, or the key things you need to know about this little phase are Cloud can hold square and do a 360 spin, and it will one-shot a tentacle. Tifa can uppercut and then parry cancel, and that will one-shot a tentacle. And the reason we gave Aerith Blizzaga Magnify is now with her ATB, what she's able to do is Blizzaga Magnify one of the tentacles and explode and shatter a group of them. But you have to make sure you switch to her and do the manual Blizzaga, because if you just send it with a hotkey and she hits Genova, Genova very often and very frequently in this fight has Reflect up. If Aerith blasts Genova with super powerful magic that then gets reflected onto your party, there's a chance that you guys get wiped. And this fight isn't really that dangerous when you're just plowing on damage all the time, but when you mess that up and accidentally get deleted, it's because of the reflected magic. So be very careful with that. If you want to ignore the Blizzaga strat, and you just want to use Cloud and Tifa mostly, Aerith can just chill here and heal if need be, or she can use other abilities, like ATB Ward or something. But I tend to do the Blizzaga strat because it's faster, but it is dangerous. It does come with a warning if you decide to go for it, okay? So we're going to see what we can do here. I'm not going to promise this is going to be super clean, but I'm going to just try and see what I can show you, because this part is really annoying. So again, with the lock-on, so if we hold square and get that full spin, I'm then going to triple. See, Cloud will sometimes triple into the boss, which is annoying. Hold square. Switch to Tifa. Then here, as I said, she can uppercut and cancel out. So I think Tifa's the quickest to do this with, because of her movement. And then here, when you're feeling brave, you can go to Aerith and get... Oh, no, not yet. You can't. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. If you only see Genova, don't do it. Now you can do it. Blizzaga Magnify one of the tentacles.
Give your best shot.
Just go away! Here! Get him!
Hello. Right, now here, use Focus Strike on Genova and stagger her. I thought she hit me there, but she didn't. Then, uppercut, dive kick, switch to Cloud, triple, and we're already in the next phase. It's probably overkill, but like, I'm used to normal and hard and like challenge runs on this game now, so I'm used to like sending out another 5 hotkeys there, another Star Shower into Cloud, into this, into that. But yeah, so we're all good there. That's Tentacle phase. I'm not going to farm this boss fight, even though I can edit the video, and I could do that. But I don't want to do that as well. I mean, that was probably quite a clean Tentacle phase, considering. Maybe even my PB wasn't that good, because, like I said, the lock-on can mess you up, and you can get pulled around, and you can miss, and it can just be annoying. So, for this phase, we get the music. Right, go ahead and switch to Tifa. Parry whirl up to the boss. Uppercut. Parry whirl up to the boss. Uppercut. Dive kick. And then Star Shower if you've got 2 bars. Then switch to Cloud. Roll up to the boss. And hit a cross slash. And switch back to Tifa. Then you can just spam uppercut dive kicks. Again, like I said, we can get knocked over by tentacles. There we go. And she's dead. You can also, alternatively, you can give Tifa Gotterdammerung, and then on that phase, you can parry whirl up, uppercut, dive kick, Star Shower, Dolphin Blow, or Dolphin Flurry, whatever. So that's one way you can do it. And again here, if Cloud got messed up, you can take this opportunity to bench if you need to. I'm just going to give him a Mega Potion, just make sure he's filled up. just because that's what you might do as well. So yeah, Genova can be a bit of a meme. I'm not even sure if I know how to do it the best, to be honest. Let alone I definitely haven't practiced it to get it down that well. But I know how to at least win, so that's good enough. Especially for the sake of this tutorial if you're brand new. So now we're coming up to Rufus. This is a pretty cool fight. So we're already set up. I've taken the steps of like adjusting my menus, you know, a year ago. Because once upon a time, Barrett used to carry Tifa's time warding, and for the Genova menu, I would then have to switch and give Tifa that time warding. You've already got that set in her inventory from the start of the game. You don't have to worry about it. Same as with this. Cloud has the sleep materia. I can't remember what it's called. Is it binding materia or something? He has that materia that we're going to use sleep, and we haven't mentioned it once, but he's had it equipped since the start of the game, and it's for this fight and this fight alone. So at the start of this fight,
Get this over with.
target the dog, triple slash the dog first, and then you will hit the dog, Rufus, and the dog. That is not the last time we're going to do that strat, so keep that in mind. Then here, after you do that, immediately switch to Punisher stance and wail on the dog. Let me just try that again, just to show you smoothly without pausing. Because my Punisher stance didn't come out because of the pause.
Let's get this over with.
Ideally, you actually don't want to stagger him there.
Understood.
Because you want to leave him at like 99% as that cutscene kicks in.
You're making me sweat.
But on easy, it doesn't really matter. We're going to be able to slaughter him anyway. Like, for a beginner, I don't want to have to teach you to have to try and manage a 99% stagger bar like that, because you might accidentally hit square one too many times and screw it up as well. And this is like 4 to 5 hours into your run. So don't worry about it. If you staggered him and like, it's not a big deal. If you can, and you notice like you haven't staggered him, just leave it and chill, because you're about to get that helicopter cutscene. Then when you go into this part, his stagger will be still close, and you'll be able to stagger him immediately and just delete him. If you staggered him in the first phase like I did there, don't worry about it. We're just going to repeat the same thing again. Lock the dog, triple slash the dog, Rufus the dog, Punisher, and then just try and get all of our attacks off to kill the dog before Rufus comes back.
That's a new trick.
Like it. Of course you
Like that. Perfect. There's a chance you don't quite kill the dog in time, and Rufus interrupts you and knocks you over and whatnot. It's annoying. So, I've changed how I do this. Well, no, I've not changed how I do this, but I've changed how I routed this. Before, I used to need, or I used to think I needed 2 ATB bars, but you do only need 1. If you don't have 1 here, go ahead and ATB boost at the start, but that might get you hit. I'm going to assume that the rest of this fight, that you've done it the same way I have, and because you mashed on the dog at the end, that gave you this ATB. Because what you want to do here is, as soon as you're able to move, you want to roll upright twice, and then hit sleep on him, and then run over and cross slash him, and he's dead. It's just you might not have enough time to do an ATB boost before he clocks you.
Yeah, you should be on it.
Night. That all? Any last words?
And he's dead. There we go. Okay, when you see this, hold square to do the menu. You absolutely have to hold square to do the menu. I repeat, hold square to do the menu. When you've held square and that prompt is complete, then you can skip. This will then bring up the menu before the fight. You absolutely need to do it. If you didn't do it and you messed up, just retry the fight, but do not do it too fast. Actually, I'm going to show you. So you messed up the menu and you started the fight, right? So, oh shit, Barrett doesn't have Gotterdammerung. What do? Retry from last battle, but don't mash and don't press up X, because you want to retry from before this battle. I've had this in a run and I lost my run because of it. I might have continued it, I can't remember. But I got into a later phase in this fight and I wanted to retry this fight, and I accidentally retried from the first battle, and I had to go back to like Genova and Rufus again. I think it was Rufus. So just know that this exists. So retry from before this battle. Then here you can redo square. Like I said, if you messed up, you can safely get out of it. Just don't be too quick. Don't panic. Right. So for this menu, I'm going to go through it slowly because there's actually a lot to do here, and I'm not going to bother showing you the quick menu. You'll get the idea. You've seen me do enough menus, who cares? So the idea here is to go material and equipment for Barrett, and then down to Fury Ring, right, Gotterdammer Rung, yes, circle, R1, and then what you want to do here, the goal of this materia menu, is to give Cloud and Tifa's ATB and first strikes to Barrett and Aerith for this fight. And also switch out Aerith's ice for lightning. So go down triangle, up X, right triangle, down X, to switch from Tifa to Barrett like that. And then go down right, grab lightning from Aerith, left, switch it with ice. Down, triangle on this slot, which is empty, down to Cloud, and switch that first strike. So now Aerith has Lightning Magnify and ATB first strike, and Barrett has Lightning Elemental ATB first strike. And he has Gotterdammer Rung for Catastrophe. So make sure that's how you're set, and if you are matching me, then you're good to go. So, this fight. There's the bloody blurriness. There's the boss, and then there's 3 little barrier drones. The goal of this first phase is to catastrophe immediately onto one of the little drones, I think the middle one at the back. If this works correctly, Barrett will take out all 3 drones and will shift phase immediately. Just know that sometimes it can go wrong, and he just doesn't target the right enemies, or he stays on one of them too long. So sometimes you have to just retry the fight again, because it's quicker than trying to fight them manually and trying to send attacks with Aerith. So yeah, for this first phase, ideally we want to use Catastrophe on the middle drone at the back, and also what will happen is that because we've used it so early, he will get a Catastrophe back before the end of the fight as well. So you can just go ahead and do a manual Catastrophe and hit drone, which one is it? A, drone A. Then with Aerith you can mash square here to build up bar. Perfect.
Defensive systems compromised. Threat level elevated.
Right, then what you want to do here is on this phase, come to this pillar, and then cast an Arcane Ward on Aerith right here. Then he's probably going to try and hit you or whatever, don't worry about it. Stand on the edge of the Arcane Ward, turn off the Magnify, and Thunderger the boss. Then switch to Barrett, overcharge, tell him to Thunderger the boss. Switch to Aerith.
Sorry, but I gotta. Threat level.
There we go. You might be wondering about that Arcane Ward. Don't worry about it, it will come in handy later. We're actually going to go back to it now. We're going to dash over here. And then I'm once again going to Thunderger the boss. The reason I'm not doing hotkey L1 square is because she might hit a wheel. You can take out the wheels and everything, but on easy it's actually irrelevant. You're better off just absolutely demolishing only Arsenal himself and dropping that health bar to then get us to the next phase, or next phases.
Yes, it's my turn.
So go ahead here and use a Thundergo with Barrett on Arsenal again as well.
That thunder out here?
Perfect. Then I'm going to hold square with him here to build some meter.
Threat level maximum.
Okay, now we're in the final phase, and we're actually here earlier than I expected. This is one of the quickest I've done with Arsenal, because normally our Thundergers don't actually demolish him that well, that easily. Some of them just seem like they don't do anything, and he still gets off his big attacks. I've had it happen before, but this is where you want to be in Cry Havoc. This is weird for me, because, I mean, maybe I'll retry the fight and show you another example of this, because normally I have meter with ATB. I have ATB meter with Aerith here. But what you're going to see is the ward appear beneath her feet, and that's why I placed it where I placed it. But what you can do is you do have enough time to mash square, mash square, and then do a manual Thunderger. That will kill the boss. I'm going to retry from this battle, because he will die from that, and I want to show you again. So we're going to do the menu again. I just need to check that this is still complete. It's not. Okay.
You're up. Take your time, y'all.
Barrier drones damaged. Overriding main cannon safety protocols.
There we go. Phase 1. Just going to show you in case it does go a little bit slower this time. It's just that that went actually way better and quicker than I was expecting. He doesn't usually get dropped that easily. It's because he didn't manage to stun any of us either. He usually manages to, like, cuck one of us somewhere. Right, on Arsenal, switch to Barrett.
Give 'em hell.
Threat level?
There we go. I'm getting lucky as well that he's not stunning me, and I'm getting both of my Thundergers off with Aerith from the ward. So here I like to just dash back to the ward, and then Thunderger the boss again, and then switch to Barrett. And you use Barrett as your distraction here. Thunderger, Arsenal, switch to Aerith. Oh, she's already doing another one. Build up meter with her here. There we go. That's what I was missing, was the holding the meter, like holding square and building up meter. So now you'll see, because of the placement of my arcane ward, we will be right here, and we can Thundergo and he's dead. The ward is actually overkill. It's more for medium and for hard mode and whatnot. You can actually get away with a solitary Thunder from Aerith here. It will do about 3,500 and still drop it. But I do this strat every time myself, and I just tell everyone to do it this way, and I think it looks really cool, because you know the future, and you set up that arcane ward, you use it in 2 phases time when you dash over there. And yeah, as far as tutorials go, this is some of my best arsenals I think I've ever done. Like, especially in terms of like what I feel like is speed in the phases. Just a couple of Thundergers, and he's immediately in the next phase. It never goes that well in a run, damn it. At least I was able to show you. So wait till your UI disappears, then you can skip. Don't try and skip too early, or you'll end up accidentally trying to restart the fight. Alright, chapter 18, the final chapter. Not much to go now. So, first of all, skip this cutscene, and then when it loads, you want to do start down X, up X to skip the minigame. Okay, and we're going to do our final menu of the game. So you want to press start, go material and equipment, cloud, down, down, fury ring, right, 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 got a Damarung, yes, circle, R1, down, triangle, down, down, X, circle, and you're done. So what we did there is we gave Cloud got a Damarung, which he's going to need, and then we also gave him the first strike back from Barrett. And because Barrett's not going to need it, he also has access to overcharge, so he can gain ATB for free. Tifa, of course, doesn't need any because she has uppercut and cancels. So she gains ATB faster than anyone in the game, and then Aerith has some for later on when we get access to her. So this is the best way to go about it. There's literally just Cloud got a Damarung and first strike. Okay, walk past Aerith here, don't talk to her, walk up to the smoke, and then down for yes, then skip cutscene when you see Tifa. So, for this part, I like to roll twice and then get into the blue arrows. Kind of doesn't really matter, you can just run if you want, but I don't know if it's any quicker actually to like roll exactly there, but
Happy to see me?
just old muscle memory that I always did. Just worked out that you could roll twice before you get onto the blue arrows, So I felt like because he's in combat, the rolling would be quicker. You could combat roll, and that would be faster. Cannibal Cloud style, you know? You could do that, that would be quicker. But whatever, just get yourself to this fight, really. And what we're going to do here with Cloud is immediately cross-slash the red guy in front of you. So walk forward L1 square. Kill this guy. It won't kill him, but it will get rid of him. Then we can triple slash the other dudes. Switch to Tifa. And then uppercut dive kick. Sometimes the Whisper Harbinger will do Inviolate, or he may do certain other attacks. This whole section is kind of weird. If you delete all 3 of the mini Whispers, like with Catastrophe with Barrett, for example, it will move to the next phase actually quicker. But we're not doing it that way. We're using cross slash here, so that then we get cross slash back for Bahamut. Anyway, so we're just using cross slash on the red guy, and then using triple slash and Tifa's uppercut dive kicks to wreck these dudes. So he may or may not do Inviolate, he may or may not do a number of things here. I can't remember all of the attacks he can actually do. But yeah, you're pretty much good to go after he does that. Like, it's hard to show in a tutorial, because there's a few different ways this fight and this whole kind of chapter can play out. And by that I mean just because of how you defeat these enemies, and if the Harbinger does Inviolate or it does another move, these next few little phases, if you will, they have the same rules, where you may get the instant phase shift, or the boss decides to do one of its attacks and it just wastes ages. And then either way, regardless of how, you know, you're just going to continue to triple slash and uppercut dive kick and whatnot if anyone's still alive. And then you can just kind of chill here. What I like to do is control Cloud and come to the bottom left, I think it is. I think it's like here. And you're waiting for correction. Sometimes he does correction early, but sometimes he doesn't. I think it's this thing. If you run here into the lower left part, there you go. You get knocked up to the right. It's a small little optimization. If you find yourself able to not panic and go and get that position, then do it. So we're going to kill Tifa here, because we're going to be ahead of her, which is... There we go, she's dead. We're unnaturally ahead of her. You're not supposed to be that far ahead, but I managed to cannonball. And oh look, she saved us. Yeah, sure. I noticed this on a PB run where I was like, wait, Tifa just fell off and died? What? She didn't die, but... So again, we're doing another fight here with the Whispers, and we're waiting for the boss, the main boss, to do Intercession. And again, we're just going to concentrate on triple slashes, Punisher mode, wail on the enemies when we don't have ATB, switch to Tifa, parry whirl around, uppercuts, dive kicks. You get the idea.
Get ready. Don't overdo it.
There's Intercession. So either way, just whether you get fast or slow phases on this chapter, like I said, I'm not 100% sure outside of just nuking them immediately, but that's not always possible because of how this goes. Just play it out, do your uppercuts, dive kicks, do your triple slashes and your Punisher modes. And basically, especially when you're new, it's hard to like optimize this chapter, like I said, and it's at the very tail end of your run. So just do what you can here. You know, just like alternate between characters, use your abilities like I've been doing. There's not really much else to sort of tell you. And then you want to get into session like this and then run over to this side. Then here, roll over, start attacking this thing to get a bar, and then ATB boost, so you have 2. Then for this guy, roll towards him, triple slash, Punisher, then hit a counter stance on him. And then mash out of it, and he will get decimated. So he's managed to counter out on me there, but that's fine. Switch to Tifa. So another important thing to note, one thing I can definitely tell you that is important in this chapter, is these mini whispers. Whoever kills these mini whispers, there's like a small affection mini game, you know, like the date game in Original 7 or things like that. Whoever kills these mini whispers, they build up like a point, like tally points to go towards your final party. So I specialize in trying to use Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith in my final party. So even though Barrett has full bar here, you may see me go to him, activate Lifesaver and Steel Skin, just so that all the damage goes to him and he's tanking it. Because I want him to like waste his bar, I don't want him to be doing stuff. I want Tifa to uppercut and dive kick and Cloud to triple slash and kill these guys until Barrett fucks off. Then in the next fight, it will be Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, and then that's who I want. Because what can happen is, say for instance, you want to use Tifa to finish the game, or you use a strategy where Tifa has got a Damarung. Well, if your final party is Cloud, Barrett, Aerith, because he killed some Whispers, you're screwed, right? I've had it happen to me before where one of the strats I was doing, I didn't get the character I wanted, I got Barrett instead. I never want Barrett anyway, regardless of strategy, so I didn't want him, I got him, and I was like, oh crap, he must have killed some Whispers, killed too many Whispers. And it can just happen because you're trying to use whoever's got bar to blast through the enemies, right? But that's not always the right way here. So I'm going to be concentrating, like I said, on Tifa to finish these enemies and Cloud. And this is why I give Gottadamarung to Cloud at the start of the chapter, because basically Barrett runs off with it otherwise. And I've had that happen as well before. Because I've accidentally not menued and had it on Barrett, and then for these phases, I don't have my limit for the first Whispers or for Bahana.
What the hell did I just see?
A glimpse of tomorrow if we fail here today.
A glimpse of tomorrow if we fail here today.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn it! How do we stop these things?
Well, the big one is way over there. However,
These guys are right here.
So, remembering what we said a minute ago about Barrett not killing Whispers, we're going to switch to Cloud, wail on them, switch to Barrett, and then here I'm going to do Lifesaver, and then Steel Skin. Then switch to Cloud again. Oh, he's still in AI targeting mode where he's not looking. Triple slash to pressure these guys, Punisher mode, and then wail on them with square. And then triple slash to kill. Punisher, wail on him, build up that meter, triple slash to kill. Perfect. I mean, that means obviously we're definitely going to get Cloud in the final party. You always get Cloud, you can't not, so. As far as I know, there's no, unless I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure even if I killed everything as Barrett there and tried to get Barrett, Aerith, Tifa, I don't think that's possible, so.
This can't be our future. The future is always a blank page.
Them again! At least least they can do is give us a little breather.
I say we split up. Take them down at the same time.
In that case, Ultra Big Boy is all mine.
Bring it on, bitch.
I love that line. Bring it on, bitch. And the other one he says when he does his limit break is, let's dance, asshole. Alright, here, you're gonna Punisher and then mash square. Just deal with whatever's happening. Don't worry about it. It's so irrelevant. Because they're immediately about to do that as soon as you land any damage. If you had meter there and you immediately triple slash them, they would have gone over and done this. As soon as you see them just fly together, then this is Bahamut time. Roll over to the middle here and hit Punisher stance and just leave. Like, leave the controller, you're chilling. Now, hit cross slash with Cloud and switch to Tifa. Uppercut, dive kick, and he's dead. And there's Bahamut. However, the Whispers are still going, so continuing on with Tifa. Uppercut. You can Star Shower as well here, that'd be a good idea. So dash in between these guys and Star Shower, just because of the iframes. Cloud can triple slash. And then Aerith here can do... you have to be careful, because one of these Whispers can absorb lightning. The electric one, funnily enough. But you can still send other spells with Aerith, so you can do like a Firigo or something like that. Or a Blizzago or whatever you. It's kind of not needed, because you can do everything you need with Tifa and Cloud, to be honest. Aerith's just chilling. And yeah, you can min-max it and make it even quicker, but only to a certain extent.
We did it! Right.
So here, what I will do is I'll send a Blizzaga, and then I'm going to switch to Tifa. Uppercut. I am dive kicking. Blizzaga's going off as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, all of these parts of the fight are quite consistent. It's just like the first two, where the boss is able to do Inviolate and all that stuff. Them first two phases are the real, like, time loss ones, because they don't always play out the same way every time. These little phases do. Uppercut dive kick. Okay, here for final phase, switch to Aerith and just do a manual thunder. Oh god, switch to Aerith and just do a manual thunder. Miss Input City and I'm the mayor. Alright, he's dead. Okay, this is Sephiroth. Sephilepsy. He is the final boss. You do not need to menu here, but I want to tell you straight off the bat that you do need to learn his attacks, because it's not really relevant for this difficulty, because this fight's kind of scripted on New Game Plus Easy. But just generally, learn his attacks, because some of his attacks, like Telluric Fury, you can counter stance and then Punisher mode him and return the favor and pressure him, right? Yeah, it's not really going to be relevant, but Alien Onslaught and Telluric Fury can be counter stance and Punisher countered, and you can mess him up from it. But like I say, in this, because it's NG Plus Easy, he's kind of a pushover here. So you don't have to really worry. I don't like that either. Alright, triple slash immediately, Punisher stance, and then mash square. That will put you into this phase. It's practically scripted. It works out the same every time.
Get this over with. Let's do this.
Beg for forgiveness.
Okay, triple slash, Punisher stance, wail on him with square.
Let's finish this.
Then you will either launch him here if you stagger him, or he will launch you if you don't stagger him in time. It doesn't really matter. Then you get into this phase. So as I said, there might be some discrepancy with which way round my party is, because I've had to like save scum my way through to make sure I can show you the outcomes I want to show you. So we're getting Aerith here second.
Did you miss me?
Not really.
Then here, Sephiroth will either go straight for an Arga spell, or he'll do an infusion, which he'll do like wind infusion. Whichever element he goes for, if he infuses himself, attack him with Aerith with the corresponding weak element. So, you know, if he does ice infusion, hit him with fire, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so what? Squirrel hand.
He's doing a Roga, so with Aerith, I'm going to do a Thunderger, and then... Oh, fuck's sake. It was already on her. For this battle. Okay, triple slash him immediately, triangle for Punisher stance, and then wail on him with square. Then here, he will either knock you away like this, and you'll go into this phase, or you will have staggered him, and then you knock him up, and then you go into this phase. Triple slash, put him back down, and then just wail on him some more. So these parts are kind of like scripted. Either you knock him flying or he knocks you flying. It doesn't really change much. Just wail on him again in Punisher stance to fill up ATB and get the phase shift. Because it's on easy, he is, like I said, he's a pushover, so... And as I mentioned, there might be some discrepancy in which order I get Tifa and Aerith, because of the way I've had to, like, edit this and save scum through it a little bit, just to make sure I get the outcomes I've wanted on this whole chapter.
Did you miss me?
And for my snafu of accidentally restarting the whole chapter when I only wanted to restart the fight.
So what? Squirrel hand.
So here, he's gone straight for Eroga. There is a chance he might do an infusion, like wind infusion, fire infusion, something like that. If and when he does infusions from now onwards for the rest of the fight, you will be using Aerith when she has ATB to target him with his opposite weak Arga spell. So if he does fire infusion, hit him with Blizzaga, basically. And he will try and attack who you're playing as. So what you can do is send attacks and then change character, like send abilities and then change character. So if I switch to Aerith here and send a Thunderger, then I'll switch back to Cloud and play as Cloud for a minute. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to switch to Aerith.
Keep it together.
Then here, we're going to take off Magnify and hit a manual Thunderger, switch to Cloud, roll over here. Get hit by his wind, that's fine. Then Aerith covers it with the Thunderdagger.
You're done.
Then we've staggered him. We can just wail on him a bit, and then we're going to get the phase shift shortly. Like I said, on Easy on New Game Plus, this is all really scripted. You just have to keep wailing on him. There's not much to it. Wail on him, triple slash, get the phase shift. As you can see, it chunks him. Yeah, it's really not that bad. He's more of a formality at this point. It's like a victory lap when you fight him on Easy on NG+, because he just gets destroyed. Any one of your three characters could solo him, probably.
Tifa! What'd I miss?
Let's go.
Alright, so, same thing again. He's done Wind Infusion, so immediately tell Aerith to do Thunderger Magnified. Just Thunderger, not Magnified, on him. With Cloud, triple slash, switch to Tifa. Uppercut. Cancel, uppercut. Nah, he's gonna bully Tifa a little bit, that's fine. I'm going to dash out. I'm going to Star Shower. Switch to Cloud, triple slash. And Tifa gets her attack in. Perfect. So yeah, he bullied Tifa a little bit there. Like I said, he bullies whoever you're playing. So... And because of the way that the lock-on is kind of janky when she parry whirls in and I just switched to her, that's why she like missed a couple of upcuts. You know, it is what it is. I generally just lay out all your damage on the table on him at this point. That's all you have to worry about. However you do it is kind of up to you. You know, use whoever's got ATB, blah, blah, blah. At this point, when you see Shadow Flare, cross-slash him with Cloud. And what you can do here is you can either just cross-slash him and uppercut dive kick as Tifa. Cross-slash will probably just kill him. Or you can do like a cross-slash shower, where you do cross-slash with Cloud, Star Shower with Tifa. Entirely up to you. Or you can just probably Thunder Gear him with Aerith, and he's probably dead as well.
Don't overdo it.
There we go. As soon as you see Sephiroth defeated, that is it.
Quickly.
So, yeah. That was it, really. That's the end of the run. That's the end of my tutorial. At this point, if you've done a run and if you've got to this point in the video and this point in the tutorial, firstly, I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching all these parts. I hope you do some runs. Look forward to seeing you on the boards and whatnot. If you get any questions, comment and let me know. If you get stuck, just DM me on Twitter or something. If you want to join my Discord, which I'll put links to in the description. You can also find me playing and streaming these games live on Twitch, twitch.tv/excel86j. So, yeah. I will do more of these. I'm going to be doing more runs of this game, and obviously, hopefully, going to be running Rebirth as well. So, I love this cutscene. The remix of Cries of the Planet. Dee 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 dee.
Careful now.
That yet lies ahead does not yet exist. Anyway, so yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Like I say, if you get stuck, if you have any questions, please leave them below and let me know. I think I covered everything. I hope I did. And I'm hoping to edit this down and make it really cohesive and concise and a nice clean kind of, albeit with some little jumpy edits here and there, but albeit a clean tutorial all in all. It's the first one I've ever actually... Well, sorry, it's the second one I've ever recorded. The first one being my Resident Evil 2 Remake tutorial that I did years ago. But that one, I recorded it via a stream. So I still had to kind of get it all out in one go regardless of mistakes, whereas this I've been able to edit and record and retake, cut and action and retake any parts that I messed up or any parts that didn't go to plan, because I wanted it to look a certain way to show you the outcome and the way it's meant to be, So before we finish off, let's just enjoy this cool battle sequence. My theory here for a while has been that Cloud unlocks his end game level 50 Omni-Slash mode to be able to stand on Sephiroth's level here. That's why he's flash stepping around like he's Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. He's not able to do that yet. Like he wasn't, right? We just played him 2 minutes ago and he was kind of trash. Right, but here he's able to go toe-to-toe with Sephi for at least 30 seconds until Sephi disarms him.
7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you.
To PB, perhaps.
But what will you do with it? Let's see.
Some gold splits. Alright, I'm crap at ending these things, so I'm just going to say thank you for watching. I appreciate you very much. I hope this is going to be useful to someone eventually. As I said earlier, if you get stuck, if there's any questions or anything, leave comments, message me on Twitter, whatever. I hope you guys can make use of this and that perhaps you do some runs yourself. So, yeah, that's going to be it from me. I look forward to seeing you on the leaderboards. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.